What is going on, people? We are Tottenham TV back here for another nighttime stream for you guys.
Come on.
What a day it was yesterday.
Well, you know what? Before we get started, people are saying we need to change our intro. We have to take because that's a celebration for Ajax in our intro.
It's true.
Need to get that. Need to get.
We don't even use the intro that much anymore, but now we need to bring the intro back just to bring the Europa League celebrations in there.
Exactly. Needs an update. I think definitely needs an update.
Absolutely. I mean that intro was probably made in 2020 or something, 2021.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Long time ago. But
oh,
I mean, I think life's just peaking at the moment, right? Everything is just incredible, from Bilbao, the whole trip, to the trip that you went on in Frankfurt was saying how great that was. The trip I went on in Bodo, it's just been getting better and better and better. And I think yesterday topped the lot, man. Yesterday really did top the lot. That day at Tottenham, didn't leave there till 2 a.m, and it was just such an unbelievable day, man. I just never thought I'd experience something like that. Like, I've always been dreaming of a day like that, and it finally came yesterday.
Yeah, man. The parade, we all look like buzzing for this parade. Like, actually, we are attending a trophy parade for our club, Tottenham, winning a trophy. And you have to say, by the way, before we get, because we're going to be reacting to like all the content and everything surrounding it, but how many people were there? What an unreal turnout there was at that parade. There were reportedly over 200,000 Spurs fans arriving at this parade, which is bigger than the likes of, I think, West Ham, bigger than the likes of Chelsea when they won a trophy, Man City as well. The size, the sheer magnitude of that parade was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just kind of was a kind of reminder. I know people like to clown on Tottenham and whatever, and how they're in the Big Six conversation, all that kind of stuff, because of lack of trophies and all that. But it's like a timely reminder of how big we actually are, like how many fans kind of turned up yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just blown away from it. We got there. What time did we get there? About 2:30, something like that, 3 o'clock. And that was like a good 2-3 hours before the parade was going to start, and already the high road was just mobbed. You literally couldn't move. And we found ourselves in a little pub where we started. I had a couple of drinks, and I ended up getting on the karaoke, singing "Can't Smile Without You," which was brilliant. Big up to all the fans that were in there singing along. And I mean, words can't describe what a day it was yesterday. And you're right, it is a reminder of how big this football club is. Just the sheer amount of people there. They're saying about 225,000. I think it could be more than that, because there's so many people that they can't even count. The guys that are on the rooftops, they're bloody hanging off railings, they're hanging off street signs. I mean,
bus stops.
Yeah, it was just mad. I thought that bus stop next to us was going to collapse and cave in.
Honestly,
like, it was literally wobbling, the amount of people on there. And it's just like everywhere you looked, when you were watching the bus come down right from the very start, it was literally packed from beginning till end, and it just got more and more and more busy. I mean, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. I really couldn't. And like the way I envisaged it in my mind before I got there, I thought it was going to be a lot of people, but no way did I think it was going to be that many people. I was just blown away by it. I really was.
Especially as well as a Friday, people come back from work, people still in Bilbao. There's probably a lot of fans who couldn't make it because they were still in Bilbao and weren't able to come. And I think also could have been, if it was maybe on Monday, could have been a lot more potentially, which is a bit of a shame. But still, the turnout, it just goes to show how massive this is for our football club. How many people came, how many people, it was life-changing for them. One of the biggest, the most joyous occasions that they've ever witnessed as being a Spurs supporter. And the amount of it was just an amazing day to be there, celebrating, know we've lifted that trophy, celebrating winning, being European champions. It's just such an amazing day, and I just want to relive it again and again. Hopefully, we don't have to wait another 40 years.
No, we're winning more next season. Next cup we're getting is the Super Cup. We're coming for that. We're going to come for a domestic trophy next season as well. Champions League football back at the lane next season as well. I see a lot of people in the comments saying, Ange in, Ben, are you Ange in now? Ben, are you Ange in? Ben, are you Ange in?
Well, we're gonna get to his speech, so you can tell the people when we get there, I guess.
The people know. The people know. I've been flipping and flopping all season. There was room for one more flip flop.
Come on, the season ain't over yet. The season ain't over yet.
There was room just before the end of the season for one little last flip flop. So there it is. But look, well, let's get into all the stuff from the from I keep saying protest parade. Well, I think from the parade yesterday, where Spurs lifted that Europa League trophy, and there's going to be another trophy lift at the game tomorrow, which I'm very much looking forward to as well. But yeah, let's go and see how the internet did react to it. So first up, this is from Kayla saying Madders and Mickey were just so thrown off by Sonny swearing in his speech. Oh, this Sonny speech had me in fits.
From day one till now, boys, I fucking love you. We fucking won the Europa League, and you all deserve it. Thank you.
You know, Sonny's had a few and he's swearing. Sonny never swears. He's the most politest guy. It's weird to see him being so foul-mouthed, Sonny. Wash your mouth out with soap, man. Oh man,
he was absolutely hammered yesterday, man.
Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
He's almost like slurring his words as well. I didn't even know Sonny ever tasted a sip of alcohol in his life, but there you go.
He was going, I don't know if you saw it, but there was some videos coming out, I think, from the after party, not on the Wednesday, but first on the Wednesday, but when they got back to London on the Thursday, there was some videos of Sonny downing shots with Maddison back in London.
Oh, really?
Yes, Maddison did a speech about, Sonny is the best person I know, that kind of thing. Like, he's the most incredible person. And he's like, now let's get absolutely hammered. And they all take a shot and just down it. And that was probably the beginning of the night, I'm assuming. Because I think it's literally just been a 3-day bender for this whole squad, honestly, by the looks of things. It's been incredible. It's funny, Ange in his press conference today said he was talking about the players celebrating or whatever. He's like, oh, we'll be able to fill the team, don't worry. And then he said, and just like in a lot of occasions when there's family events, you get some kids, some of the people, some of your family members maybe enjoying themselves too much and embarrassing themselves a bit. Doesn't make them bad people, just means they're enjoying themselves, and rightly so. And those are the kind of people who will probably get the first invites for the next party. Yeah. So yeah, that's. I wonder who he's referring to. There's probably a few of them he's referring to, but
he said it was a few of them. But I think we can tell already who's been enjoying themselves a lot, and the likes of definitely Maddison. He's probably top of the list. You've got players like Brennan Johnson, who seems to be having a whale of a time. You've got players like Kuti Romero as well. He seems to be absolutely off his trolley.
He's got a toe injury.
Yeah. I saw the team news. Ange said, like, this one can't play, this one can't play, this one can't play. I was like, I wonder why, mate. I wonder why. Bissouma's a doubt.
God, so funny.
All right, let's move on. But that Sonny interview, I absolutely loved it, man. It sent shivers up my spine. I love you too, Sonny, man.
Come on, Sonny. So it's just amazing. He's making that speech. Just imagine how he feels, in front of 200,000 fans out there on the streets celebrating what they've achieved. And he can, don't know when he's going to leave. Hopefully he stays for another year at least. But, at least he's going to have this moment, which, we were worried was never going to come.
Yeah. I think he will stay another year. There's still one more year left to get him some more trophies behind his belt. This is Spurs Watch. This is the Ange speech, or a clip of it anyway, when he was talking about the TV series.
And I'll tell you something. I'll leave you with this. All the best television series, season 3 is better than season 2.
Oh, cold.
Yeah, that
the
moment.
Aura.
That moment just made the whole place go absolutely ballistic, man.
Yeah, honestly, went mental. I mean, for with the fact that the narrative was, whether we win or not, he's going to be. The narrative was for a lot of the media and a lot of fans, whether he wins this or not, he's going to be sacked. When the cheer that happened when he said that, you wouldn't believe that a lot of people would have wanted him to be sacked regardless before the game, if you know what I mean.
It absolutely popped off, man. It
Absolutely
really
popped
did.
off.
And it sent me into overdrive. We were there just go, fuck it, come on, Ange. And,
I love a lot of the comments saying Ange is just aura gambling now. He's got so much aura from the second. I always win in my second season. Now he's just aura gambling. He's going to put it all on that season 3. That is better.
Some of the comments though he was making in the press conference today. I mean, he did speak about that comment, and he says, "Well, maybe I shouldn't have said that because sometimes they kill off the main character in the 3rd season." But he was making a couple of comments throughout the press conference today, suggesting that he doesn't know if he's going to be here next season or not.
Yeah, I mean, not suggesting. I think he outright said it. He said he hasn't had a conversation. He's also said he made a Seinfeld reference to a famous Seinfeld episode where George Costanza basically gets he basically quits his job like acrimoniously, and then like turns up, then like regrets it, and so turns up the next day and just pretends nothing happened, and starts going back to work. So he said, I'm not gonna be like George Costanza and just turn up next season and just get back to work. I'm obviously gonna have that conversation before. But he said, look, I assume we'll have these conversations because we've got a lot of planning to do and a lot of stuff to look at. But we haven't had those conversations yet, he said. So
yeah. Look, I do hope they do keep him now. Like I've flipped like complete 180 on Ange like in the last 48 hours. I really have, because whatever I said throughout the season was, mainly out of stress. Like I was completely, they were like warrant feelings I was having, obviously 17th and the amount of losses. But once we got here, once we got to Bilbao, once we won it in the manner that we won it in the semi-final, quarter-final and final, and now being at that trophy parade, you can't not do a 180. You can't experience those things, and that manager has led you to those experiences.
There's also kind of, yeah, I agree. There's also this kind of feeling now. If we do sack him, you're gonna have this feeling now. Just what would have happened maybe if you would have stayed? You know what I mean? Now, while winning that trophy, that you can clearly see, look how together the whole squad is, and how behind the manager, how much they love the manager. And he's the one who did bring that success. And if we were to sack him and bring in, I don't know, like the guys that we're talking about bringing in, I'm not saying that again. I'm not saying they're bad managers. I don't think they're bad managers, but do any of these guys have a European trophy behind them? I don't think so. Huh? Glasner, but is he a realistic option? Maybe. Look, Glasner's maybe an option, but I don't know if if he's actually gonna be coming. Paris seems pretty certain he's staying, but look, obviously that's one possibility. But a lot of these managers also rookies at the kind of level we want to be at in terms of being a Champions League football next season. And that kind of stuff, and also the way that a lot of their seasons have ended, especially when it comes to looking at Bournemouth and Fulham, haven't been fantastic. But look, obviously different clubs, they've done brilliantly in their own right. I'm not saying they haven't. I'm just saying, are we really going to sack the manager who's won our first European trophy in 40 years, major one, Europa League in 40 years, for like one of these guys who's basically also going to be learning the ropes at that kind of level in a way?
For me, it's not about the options out there, because there are plenty of really good managers out there that we can find and come in and probably do a good job as well. But it's the feeling that Ange has created, the emotional attachment as well. Like after winning that trophy, going through the trophy parade, I'm willing to just look back on it now and look back on the season. The amount of losses obviously has been horrific. And
another one coming tomorrow.
Yeah, another one is coming, but I'm just kind of thinking of it now after the trophy win. I'm not putting it to one side, but I'm going to give him, as of now, the benefit of doubt with the injuries, and then prioritizing the Europa League because of the injuries and where it led us. Like, I'm just going to say it outright, like complete flip-flop from what I was saying a couple of months ago in the last like 4 or 5 months to what it is now. But look, there's no shame in flip-flopping. There's no shame in changing.
No shame.
In your opinion, but I'm fully Ange in now, and I'm behind him 100%. Like I cannot look past that trophy parade, like how he's brought this club together, and to make me experience something that I've never experienced and I've been dreaming to experience with this football club, ever since, you know, supporting them as a young kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do you think a lot of it, you know, a lot of the talk beforehand was, oh, you know, regardless of whether he wins or not, you know, he should go, he needs to go. But do you think maybe a lot of Tottenham fans who were saying, not necessarily you, but maybe even you, a lot of Tottenham fans who were saying that, like maybe just underestimated kind of how they would be feeling if we were to.
I underestimated it. I 100% underestimated it, because I was saying no matter if he wins the trophy, even if he wins the trophy, we finish. Like I was saying, like just get him gone at the end of the season, regardless of the trophy. But you know, I think you said it at the time, like you'll feel completely different if we do win the trophy, and you're right. You're right. I do feel completely different. Like I feel literally on top of the world right now. I'm buzzing. I'm literally in awe of Tottenham Hotspur and all the players, the fan base, everything. Everything has changed since winning that trophy, and it's just unbelievable. We need to kick on from here. That's the main thing now.
All that toxicity is just going to be lifted in one fell swoop. You know what I mean? All that toxicity we've been seeing in a lot of these away ends and Premier League games. And look, I'm not saying it was wrong for how the Tottenham fans are feeling at that time, but it's just the fact is after this moment, it's all going to be lifted. It will all absolutely be lifted. It's like a weight's going to be lifted off this club. But do you think Ange? Do you think Ange? You know, he was saying, he said after the final, we haven't really talked about it, he said, from January, he said, I decided and we're gonna just go for that Europa League. And he said some people in the club didn't agree with what I was saying, but I decided that after the transfer window, we're just gonna go all out for that Europa League. And everything that we do is going to be geared towards winning that Europa League. Now, obviously, you look at the lineups we've played, and I mean the proof is there. But I guess it's also maybe easy to say after you've won it. You know what I mean? And given how bad the Premier League form it has been, like it is a convenient kind of excuse for how bad the Premier League form has been. I guess you could put it that way.
Yeah, you could look at it that way, but I do think that's what he's done. I think maybe, you know, he hasn't gone out to try and lose as many games as we've lost this season. And you know, even if you're putting all your eggs in the Europa League basket, you shouldn't kind of lose as many games as we've lost and to the teams that we've lost them to. But when you look at the lineups, that completely suggests that, you know, as soon as Mickey van de Ven and Romero came back, we gave them small amounts of game time in the Premier League, but made sure that they were ready for each and every Europa League game. So that suggests exactly what he was saying, to be honest.
Absolutely. I think it's clear he definitely prioritized it. I think that's absolutely right. And
I don't think it's right to completely disregard Premier League. He pretty much was using the Premier League as like training camp for the Europa League games. That's what he was doing. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that totally. I mean, if you're going to end it with a trophy, then like whatever, who am I to judge?
It's a hell of a gamble.
You know what I mean, but if you don't win it, then bloody hell, 17th and no trophy.
Yeah, I would also say I don't think the plan was to finish 17th. That definitely wasn't the plan.
Obviously,
like 17 is that isn't a good plan. But if your plan is to prioritize that Europa League and really put all your eggs in that basket, and then you go and win it, and fair play. It's a bit of a gamble, to be fair, because you know in one-off games, especially in a final, anything can happen. But look, we got through it, we won it, and it's all paid off.
Yeah, it has all paid off, and we're back in the Champions League now. So I mean, Levy is absolutely licking his lips right now. Champions League football, Champions League revenue, the parade. Everything has come our way since Bilbao, and I'm just loving every second of it. I really am. And you know, the salty fans from all over the Premier League, or I say all over the Premier League, just one side of North London, looking over right now, and probably that side of East London as well. They just can't take it at the moment, and it's just a beauty to see. It really is just beautiful to watch everything that's going on right now, and it's just mad. The emotional levels that have gone into this season. We've literally started the season going, all right, we're into a good season this year. The Brighton happened, and it's just been going down since Brighton. And then Bilbao happened, and it's literally at peak levels right now.
Yeah, it's an amazing time to be a Tottenham fan right now.
What really a roller coaster season, man.
Honestly, a major European trophy. Oh, it's just to have it this particular season. To have this particular season end in this way is quite the journey, quite the story. But as Andrew kept saying, he said when all these injuries and blah blah, he said it at the time. I think he said it in January. He's like, it's just going to make the story even better, and I think it does.
The story's not finished yet.
You know what's better than season 2, mate? Season 3, son. Come on. Come on.
All right, let's move on. Ayudi saying, do you really expect these guys to play on Sunday?
Yeah, I know these videos. It's just if you look at the guys in the background,
we've been to each other in 50 years.
They're just all over the shop.
Have that night in Bilbao, and all of us together as a club. And I say honestly, like the turnout and the fans are seeing how much it means to them. Like, I knew it meant everything. I knew it meant everything to me, and I knew it meant everything to them. But actually seeing it here today,
just vibing.
I love this club, man. I'm like, best decision I ever made.
Another drink, club. Yeah. I wonder how many beers they consume.
This is our job. This is what we do. But as a human being, you will not meet a nicer man than him. How he treats everyone. He said, we don't always.
Brennan was
we don't always say exactly how we feel, especially as men. It's a thing, isn't it? But that was my opportunity in that moment to tell him.
Oh, mate.
Brilliant. I did, you know what? I did feel a bit bad. I mean, obviously I don't feel bad for Hainsey at all because he obviously what a job he's got on the top bus with the players, like talking to them, celebrating with them. But there was part of me like he is genuinely trying to like conduct interviews and trying to like get comments for the channel and like everyone, all the Spurs players are just acting like children on that bus, and he just like can't get anywhere. It's so funny.
This is what we do. But as a human being, you will not meet a nicer man than him.
Where's that coming
from? How he treats everyone, how he say exactly how we feel, especially as men. He just said, we don't know. It's been a thing.
Basically, what Ben Haynes was like yesterday, you know, like you're probably on a stag and there's one guy who's just like a bit more reserved and like he's like ends up being like the dad of the group because like he just like is trying to get everyone to one place to another place and like doesn't drink too much and he's just like trying to like organize everyone from like a sober point of view, and everyone's just like smashed. They're like, oh yeah, you know,
exactly. And you got like I think in one of the interviews just like Porro just interrupted, just like shouts in the microphone, nothing, just shouts nothing. Just it's like what am I doing here? Haynes must be feeling at some points, but I'm sure he had a brilliant day.
This one was the best part of the video is Porro casually holding Romero while drinking his beer.
Yeah, literally, Romero's like stumbling, like Porro just holding the back of his shirt, making sure he doesn't fall off, and Romero catches that beer perfectly as well. Gets another one, gets chucked from the other bus. Absolutely brilliant. Porro there was a few of these guys, the security guys. I don't know if you saw, they were scrambling around, making sure these players weren't falling off the bus.
Basuma's holding on to him from the other side as well. He needs two people to hold on to him.
Romero doesn't give 2 Fs.
That Tottenham feed saying back post Brennan. This thing at the end of the parade was brilliant from Brennan. He just didn't want to get off the stage, and this security guard was trying to spoil the party, man. Whoever this guy is.
So often he was trying to get, like a few times he was trying to get back off the stage, and Brennan wasn't having any of it. He was basking in all the glory, and why not? He was the match winner. You know, he's one that a lot of people, because of his big price tag, and also, you know, some games he doesn't do enough. People give him criticism, but look, people say, "Oh, all we can do is score the back post and do these tap-ins." Well, this has just won us a trophy. That's just won us the Europa League. So that's how valuable it is.
Tell me what you think about this here. Brennan Johnson, 50 million price tag. Everyone's saying, like, you know, for what he does for the team, hasn't justified his price tag, right? He scored 2 massive goals for us in a semi-final and a final. We've won the competition, scored the winner in the final. The amount of goals he scored, was it 18 goals this season?
Yeah.
Is that not justified his price tag this season?
Yeah, I mean, last season as well, 15 goal contributions. I mean, we weren't in Europe, so it was just the Premier League. So this guy, if you take these 2 seasons in goal contributions, how many wingers actually have more than him in all comps? Probably not many in terms of goal contributions. So, and the guy's still young. I know he's just turned 24, so he's not like a youngster, but I think he's done great. I think we've really gotten great output out of him. Obviously, we want more from him, and we want, you know, always to improve and different things. But what he's given us, I think, you know, if I told you he's going to cost 50 million and I told you what he's going to do just on the facts of it, you'd say 100% it was worth it. Not even a second thought.
100%. So I think Brennan Johnson deserves so much love and so much more respect than he gets. And, you know,
he got a lot of love.
Yeah, he did, and all the players, everyone's just singing that Johnson song all over and over and over and over again. There was one clip of Bergvall just like getting off the bus, just singing Brennan. Them getting off the bus and going into the stadium is like what the fans are like going into like away day grounds, just like their arms out of Johnson.
They were like Tottenham fans on the way there. That's what it looked like, honestly, for the whole game, for the whole journey. Absolutely brilliant. But honestly, so happy he's getting his flowers, Johnson. Because he seems like such a nice boy, such a nice guy. Like, I'm sure that when what happened early in the season, wouldn't have been nice for him, would have really affected him. It didn't affect him really, because look how he responded to it at the time. He obviously went on a goal scoring streak.
It affected him in a sense that he felt the need to come off social media.
And also, you could see during some games that he would score, but he wouldn't really celebrate.
You could see it was really affecting him.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, it's flipped, and now he's a hero, absolute hero.
Exactly. Next up is Troll Football saying these are London clubs in Europe. So Chelsea, 4 European titles, 2 Champions League, 2 Europa Leagues. Tottenham, 3 Europa Leagues. West Ham, 1 Conference League, and Arsenal were just sitting there with a bottle.
Where are your European Cups, Arsenal? Where are they? Where
they claim
are
to be
they?
Such a massive club as well. It's mad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we don't care about Europa League. They said, "Oh, we're not in it. We're not even in that competition. It doesn't matter." Well, where's your Europa League? Where's your European Cup? You got nothing. Oh, it was such. They didn't play anyone. It was so easy to win that competition. Well, in the final, we beat the team that knocked you out of the FA Cup. So why didn't you win? Why didn't you win that game if it was so easy?
Exactly. Like. They're so shameless, right? They're Arsenal of all clubs, and like Man United, I can get it to a certain extent, Man City, I can get it to a certain extent, the clubs that are there and winning trophies year after year. But what position are Arsenal to be in to sniff their nose up at a competition like the Europa League, something that they've never won, a club that are not winning anything at the moment, and a club that have no European success in their history? Like, they're in no position to be sniffing their nose up at the Europa League.
Absolutely not. But fair play for one guy who was quite honest was Lee Judges. Fair play to him. He was very honest in after the game, saying, "Look, we should all be hurt by this." That's what he was saying, and it should fuel us.
So I haven't seen it. I need to go watch that. Big up Lee Judges. Serena says, felt like I was watching Princess Diana address the nation.
Honestly, and now I think Sonny's more of a national treasure now. Oh, man. Unbelievable. So good.
This is more of Madders on the bus yesterday. Look at him. He's smashed.
I don't know if maybe we'll bring it up. There's this picture of him. I think it's after. I don't know if it's after the parade party or last night or the Thursday night party, but he's just like completely gone. Like he's completely out cold, like on the floor. I think it's someone's coming to pick him up or something. Like they've really been. They've been just literally on a bender. It's brilliant to see. It's great. I mean, part of me is like, I don't know if any other big club would accept this from their players. Like, just right now.
Not seen Jack Grealish and Man City after.
Yeah, but that was after a treble after the season. We've got a game on Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a nothing game.
No, I completely agree with you. I'm just saying, if other clubs would they accept this with a game on Sunday? I don't know if they would.
I think if Man City still had one more game and it was a nothing game, I think they'll still be all on the rise big time, and Jack Grealish would still be seeing the same scenes from him.
It's just a funny kind of like, it's just funny how the club are just basically saying, like, literally openly saying, we've got a Premier League game, but we just couldn't care less about it. Which is whatever. I mean, no Spurs fans care about it. I absolutely agree with it. It's just funny that they're openly just basically like allowing their players to go on a 3-day bender. But you know what? We deserve it. We deserve it. They 100%. Deserve it.
Cuti Romero, London is white. It was actually an interesting post from Cuti Romero. Let me actually get it up. Where was it? Here. So he said, London is white. The only way to leave my name engraved in the club was like this trophy. We deserve this, Spurs official. They deserve this. Thanks for the support and affection of always fans. People are kind of reading into this saying, you know what, that could have been his last game for Spurs, and that's a goodbye kind of tweet.
Does kind of read like one, doesn't it? If we knew he was leaving and he put out a tweet, you wouldn't say it doesn't sound like one, would you? Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So look, there's rumours that, before the game anyway, if we did win Europa League, could it change the situation? But I think it's just a way. Obviously, nothing's going to be decided now for the next few weeks. Obviously, they're enjoying it and whatever, enjoying the win. But those conversations obviously will be had. Does this win convince him to sign a contract? If it doesn't, will Tottenham feel like they have to take the money? Probably. So will this win just give him the good enough vibes to sign a deal, even if it's just a 1-year extension, maybe on that contract? Can't see him signing a long-term deal. I think that's definitely out the question, I would say.
I'd like to see him sign a 1-year extension, because if he signs a 1-year extension and, we can kind of convince him of the project. But however, I actually don't think we can convince him of a project, because I think he just wants to go and play in Spain. I think that's just what it is. Yeah,
I just think he wants to play. It's not that I don't think he. I don't know. I don't know if it's about him not being happy here. Well, I think he definitely wasn't for a time. Obviously, winning this competition might have changed that. But I also think when he's got a lot of mates there in Spain, Atletico Madrid is a great club. He's got an Argentinian legend as a manager. Like, it's hard to not want to go experience that, I guess. But yeah, I guess you could say, look, give us another year, try and convince you that we really are going the right way, and give sign a 1-year deal. And if you're still not happy, we'll let you go. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's obviously a lot of uncertainty. It doesn't sound like a message to say I'm staying, that's for sure.
No, I think he's going to be off this summer, to be honest. That's what I'm expecting. All right, let's go back to the tweets. This one from Kayla: the bowing is back. He definitely knows how many people ate that up. I mean, that's just a common thing he does. I mean, it's just a sign of respect, isn't it, from Sonny? And, we've seen him do it many a time in a career shirt.
Yeah, 100%. But he was in his element yesterday, Son. Oh, I'm never going to get bored of Sonny just being overwhelmed with happiness and joy, because it's just something we've wanted for so long. And I just still kind of, it's surreal that it's actually here. Like, he's actually got it now. Like, we don't have to feel sorry for him anymore or anything. We just be proud and happy for him now. It's just great.
Koiti on Twitter says, what a lovely end to yesterday, and I'm not including my performance in the bricklayers' arms. What is he talking about?
Was it the bricklayers?
Well, he couldn't have been, because we were there.
We were there unless we didn't see him. I don't know. Damn, or maybe we missed him, because we were outside for a long time. Maybe he was inside. I don't know. Unless he was there after we were there, but we left. I don't think it was that open for much longer after we left.
Yeah, so. we left, I think, about half an hour before it closed.
Yeah, so damn, we must have missed him. He couldn't have been there before, because we got there, went there straight there, pretty much.
Yeah.
He must have just been there while we're outside. There were moments we were outside for a while, maybe without going in. That's annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. Surely if he was in the bricklayers, we would see, someone would have taken a selfie with him in there. We would have seen it.
I mean, it was packed in there, so I don't know. I guess it's possible he could have been in there without us noticing.
Yeah, maybe. But there would have been a lot more commotion about it. People would be talking about it, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. Well, he seems.
He says he was there, so he must have been there.
Yeah, I don't think he's lying. We just didn't see him, unfortunately.
Yeah. Anyway, here's Ange with a beer.
God, he was lovely
yesterday as well.
And what a day for him as well. He said he was overwhelmed in the press conference. He said he was completely just overwhelmed with the day and all the joy, going through how many fans were there. And for him personally, from being booed and spatting with fans at away games and all these different things, to now being the cream of the crop and the love of the town, must be a great feeling, especially with all the question marks over him from journalists and fans and all these kind of things, saying he's this and that. To shove that all in their face and bring home a European trophy, incredible. And it carries on his story. It carries on his story as well as a manager, which is a mad story.
It is a mad story, and you know, you look at it now, like all these players, this manager, they're all just legends. You know, we all look back on Tony Parks and Keith Birkinshaw and all the, you know, the 84 team, the 91 team, all these guys that have won big trophies for us. We all look back at them with legendary status. All these guys are legends now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, in 30 years, I mean, depending on how successful we are in the next 30 years, but like in the next 30 years, people are going to remember them and be talking about them. And we're going to be talking to younger people about, oh, we remember that team. We remember that 9 Bilbao. And they're going to have their, as Ange said, they're going to have their picture on the wall at Tottenham. Like, this is what they've cemented. They've cemented history.
And also, like, when you look at it, when you want to try and compare to like Keith Birkinshaw, right? Keith Birkinshaw took this club down. And I'm sure, like, at that point, he would have had a lot of people like saying, you know, is this guy right for the club? How can he take Tottenham down? Tottenham don't usually get relegated, all this kind of stuff. He took them down, brought them back up, won a European trophy. Obviously, Ange hasn't taken us down, but he has taken us to 17th, which is pretty close to going down. So, I mean, it's not exactly the same, but maybe there are kind of a few similarities there in terms of fans questioning him and fans questioning Keith.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, Keith, interestingly enough, himself said that if Ange wins it, they've got to stick with him before the game. He was saying that in an article. But 100%, I'm sure there are some similarities. Apparently, I was reading some stuff on someone sending a message saying that one of the Spurs streams today, they're having a big debate about whether they would anyone would take 17th in the Champions League next season. I'm like, is that even a question after what we just experienced? Would you take that?
I would take it in a heartbeat, mate.
In a heartbeat.
I think I would take. I think we were speaking about it yesterday. I was saying I'll take relegation in the Champions League.
I think I'll probably take relegation the Champions League. Are you serious? Our first ever, mate. Like that would be. Oh,
if you win the Champions League, that's automatic qualification for the season after. Yeah.
Yeah, you win the Champions League and the Championship. Imagine.
That would be too much, man. Can you?
That would be unbelievable. I'll take it. What, a year in the Championship? We'll come straight back up. It's worth it for a Champions League.
Yeah. I mean, Ange, I think maybe clubs need to normalize just taking the league season just lightly, just to focus on Europe.
Yeah, the Premier League's got to be careful if we've set that kind of precedent. You know what I mean? Everyone's just going to be going for cups now. Maybe if everyone does it, we can sneak in that league, mate.
See, we're the pioneers.
Exactly.
We're always pioneers, us at Tottenham Hotspur.
A year later, in a year's time, Puskas Arena. Mark it.
You know what? That would be so poetic. It would be unbelievable. Imagine the speeches Ange would be making prior to that game and post that game if we actually do get there and actually win it.
Well, it's not even what I'm thinking about at the moment, but it's just fun to think about.
I think if he won a Champions League in the Puskas Arena, he would break down in tears, man.
Oh, for sure. He would have to resign as a manager, I think, after that. He's done it. He's completed it. Yeah, retire. I mean, he'd have to retire. What more can he do? Unless win a league, yeah.
All right, next up, Kayla's saying the way Pedro fell on the bus and Sonny pointed and laughed.
They're all so drunk. I love that. It's so funny. Sonny just laughing. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Big love for the boss. I think this is Pedro. Oh, no, it's Kuti.
Yeah, that's a great hug. I know. So if you put the sound on, it's when the fans are Who's not on the mic? Is that Basuma?
Yeah.
Which is interesting, you know.
I think it could be Danso, actually.
Is that Danso on the mic?
I can't see it.
But I don't know if he's holding the mic there or not, if he's just dancing. Is he holding the mic?
I think he's got the mic in his hand, doesn't he?
Is that a mic?
I don't know if that's the mic.
I don't know. It's a mic. I don't know what that is.
It does sound like Basuma.
Yeah. I mean, if it is Basuma, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it, that he's the one leading that chant, considering this season he's Ange has left him out of the team a lot. Obviously, recently he's been talking him up a lot. He has, and obviously he's brought him back in the big moment. But still, it's just quite interesting that he would be the one, because he hasn't, he's one that hasn't really been relied upon that much this season, really.
Yeah, but I think he'll be the first to say, his performances weren't good enough to warrant a place in the team, and I think he has said that And I think, the way Ange has managed him and brought him back in and got him playing his best at the right moment to win this trophy, I think Biss will have a lot of love for Ange.
Yeah, I mean, no, but I'm saying it's interesting that because usually players who are being left out, a lot of them grow resentment to the manager. Like that's what Pep, I remember once in an interview, said the hardest thing in management is, leaving players out and keeping them on side. That's like the hardest thing. He even said it recently. I don't know if you saw in an interview. He said, next season, I don't want a squad of 25. I don't want that. He wants a smaller squad. That's why, because he just doesn't want to leave players out. So I'm saying it's interesting that, Ange has been able to keep him on side, even though he's left him out a lot.
Yeah, but I wonder if Biss would still be singing his name like that if he wasn't brought back into the side.
Yeah, maybe not, but I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. But he's always said like he sees him as like a father uncle figure, and most of the squad do as well, didn't he? Ange, this. Look at these scenes, man.
Yeah, man, these pictures are just incredible, absolutely incredible.
Just so amazing to be part of it. It seems like an absolute dream.
Right, this actually happened. So look at that. Look at that. Just literally packed to the rafters. Absolutely packed out.
Ayudi saying this, Brennan kissing Sonny's cheek. That's a cute moment there for Brennan.
He was so pissed, Brennan. Oh, it's so funny. No, he's got a beer in his hand even there. There you go. Sonny seemed to enjoy it.
This is Sonny on Instagram, and he said, I've dreamed of moments like this since the day I joined this club. Yesterday was a day I'll remember for the rest of my life. To lift the trophy in this shirt with you behind us, it means more than I can put just here in a social media post, but I can try. What a feeling. This is for every Spurs supporter who has waited, hoped, and stayed loyal when me or the team have struggled, for those who kept singing, kept showing up, kept pushing us on, kept believing. This is for you. We did it together from White Hart Lane to our new home to Bilbao and back. We are champions, and that is forever. We did this together, and we'll never forget it. Nice one.
Yeah, and it's easy to forget. Like, I love that he mentioned White Hart Lane, because it's easy to forget that that's when he joined the club, when we were back there. You know what I mean? And how much the whole club and everything has changed. And he's seen it grow. He's seen the club grow, and he's like been part of that. He's been such a big part of that growth. And hopefully it doesn't end, but for this to be, the moment that he wins it, and he gets that moment, which everyone feared was never going to come, just like it didn't come with Harry Kane. Essentially, everyone was fearing that it was not going to happen for him, and I just can't believe it actually has. It's just amazing. We don't have to talk about it anymore. Oh, we need to get Son a trophy or anything. How long have we been saying that for years? We're saying we just need to get Sonny a trophy. And now
nobody actually believed it was going to happen. Let's be real.
It was like saying it in jest. It's like, surely he's not going to end without a trophy, but we've already seen one legend leave without a trophy. So it happened. So it wasn't impossible. But now we don't have to say that anymore. We just don't.
George Achillia, look at this image that he took yesterday. That is incredible.
Brilliant. Oh, great shot, George. He's always been very good with his photography. Unbelievable.
Hotspur reports King to Sonny with Tottenham Reef on the bus, which was brilliant. I think that was a nod to the 61 bus side as well. Which
was great. A great little nod, a history there from whoever designed that. But as well, there's just so many wallpaperable images coming from yesterday. The whole album.
I've already got one on mine.
Go on.
Where is it?
The amount of iconic images coming out of yesterday. Oh, unbelievable! It's off the scale. The amount of iconic images, because we've just been so starved with them, I think. But it's just unbelievable.
Yeah. The most that we could get is just like a team huddle in front of the away end in away games.
Literally, yeah. I mean, people probably still got that shot of Lucas Moura scoring in Ajax back in 2019, for ages.
Yeah,
that was our last real iconic moment.
Next one is Johnson. This is another one of Johnson just going absolutely mad. This one was from David Beckham. David Beckham commented under one of the Spurs posts on India, and he said, "My granddad would be one proud man at Spurs official. Congratulations, big up Beckham."
Yeah, and we know something about proud granddads, that's for sure. Big up, David.
Absolutely.
Big up, David Beckham.
His granddad and our granddad probably watching the game together with all the other fallen Spurs fans watching the game. Very happy right now up there.
Definitely, 100%. They're on top of the world, I think.
Quite literally. Spurs official respecting our history. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. 1961 to 2025.
Yeah, it's a lovely touch, and it's good that it's really nice. That's a really classy touch because I think we've definitely, you know, when the Super League happened and all that kind of stuff, there was a whole clamour of like legacy fans. They want to get rid of all that kind of stuff and they want to just go in a new direction. But touches like that, keeping in touch with our roots and our history, is just really, really nice touch.
Yeah. Next up is Son is in Titanic mode. Someone needs to put the music behind it.
Did they do it? I don't know. Who can play the? Did they do it? No, they didn't. Someone needs to do it though. Someone needs to do it. Brilliant. Who's going to be DiCaprio? Who's DiCaprio to Sonny's Rose?
It should be Brennan.
Oh, fantastic.
Mari7 saying Son and Kuti lifting the trophy together, and then Kuti and Mickey's dance moves.
Oh, lovely.
Look at Cody Mack saying Grandpa was smiling down on all of you, which is 100% true.
Big up to Cody.
This is from the coach from the bus yesterday.
Johnson again!
That's what I mean. Like Hades, like trying to get a few words and just everyone just interrupting and shouting and do all different things. So brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
What's this one? Spurs way of shutting them down, Madison.
No, so Madison posted this himself.
To win something, you've got to bring players in that are able to operate at the highest level. And I look at players like James Maddison, I think are good players, but I don't think you'll win things with James Maddison.
Love that from Madders. He's always on it when people are critical. He hears everything, Madders. This
is
hears
what
everything.
I was talking about when we last streamed. Like all our players have kept receipts of everything that has been said about them all season.
Mm-hmm. And that's the way to do it. You keep the receipts,
now.
And then you keep the receipts, and you shove it in all their faces once you achieve something. Brilliant.
It's James Maddison and looking absolutely smashed.
Look what time look at time what this was posted. If you can you see 5:20 a.m. There you go. That's Madders on his official X. Posted at 5:20 a.m. Brilliant with Van der Ven. They're not playing on Sunday, surely. I mean, we know Madders isn't, but Van der Ven surely isn't.
I think they could. I think he could.
We'll see.
Coity saying new profile pic.
Love that picture. That is. Brilliant job he's done over the final and the parade. Fantastic stuff, Coity. And where do we bump into him? We bumped into him in the square in
Bilbao,
on the street. That was lovely as well. So big up to Coity.
Tottenham saying legend says he's still up there.
Brilliant. Oh, what are you talking about? The guy? Is he talking about the guy
on the traffic lights? But like
100%, he's definitely still up there.
I'm looking at these guys. I'm like, how did you get up there?
Honestly, incredible.
Literally every lamppost and every traffic light had someone on it.
It was amazing.
This is from someone called Georgia Lou.
We saw that video already. Yeah, that one where Porro's holding him back.
Okay. Simon Jimenez said, I haven't seen Romero sober once in these last 48 hours.
Literally every time he's been on video, he's completely hammered, and he's got sunglasses on as well every time. So he's just, not showing his eyes. Absolutely fantastic.
This one's Kuti and Ange. Yeah, we saw that one before.
And people saying that Kuti and Ange hug means they're both staying.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Or does it mean they're both leaving? Could mean either.
Or it could be one staying, one's leaving.
It can't mean that. Can't mean
that. Spurs Insider says Johnson wins the most pistol. Johnson.
Yeah, 100%. That ending was fantastic. And then he went down for like 2 minutes and no one came back up again, like for another time.
The guy's got the trophy, and Brennan's just like, "Give me that." Yeah, these were great images. It's just who we are, mate.
Just who we are, mate. Yeah, you know what? The Spurs admin, I have to say, I don't know who it is, but they've been cooking over the last since we won that trophy. They've been absolutely cooking. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. What a shot. Whoever got that picture, unbelievable.
This is Ben Haynes, this team. This just feels like a bunch of lads just literally just out on a strip somewhere about to get hammered or like already hammered.
When is this? This is them about to enter the stage.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Look at that. What a moment it must be for them. He's so drunk, Bentancur lagging behind. Do you reckon anyone wasn't drunk? Like anyone not drinking?
Mikey Moore.
Maybe Mikey Moore. Yeah, Mikey Moore. I hope Mikey Moore anyway.
Well, there were those images of Mikey Moore in the pub. Did you have that?
Yeah, I don't know if I liked it or not, but I did see them.
Lost where we are.
It was Haynes. It was Ben Haynes one. Nearly there, I think. A couple more down.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
All right, this next one. This is again Maddison and Van der Ven. Sonny and Ange. That's a great picture. Look how big the trophy is. Just massive.
I know, it's a massive trophy, isn't it? Literally like just physical size. Yeah, it's absolutely massive.
This is a great photo. Look at Sonny.
Oh, the passion. It's unbelievable. Just look at that. And Richarlison's there, yeah, front and centre those celebrations, Richie. Be interesting to see if anything's changed in regards to the futures of like Basuma, Richarlison after yesterday, because they may play such a big part. But I don't know. We'll see.
All will be revealed. Next one is Solanke. We didn't see much of Solanke yesterday. Yeah. I think he was probably one of the least drunk members, probably.
Maybe he wasn't drinking, yeah, but he was there was a shot I remember when during the parade he was just like literally at the front holding, like staying cold first, just very, very still with the trophy like for like 5 minutes. Just
I don't think he was as drunk as the others.
No, I don't think so. I'm sure he was having a nice time. No, he seems to be having a nice time.
Mr. Tottenham, COYS.
So where is that? Is that in the stadium?
That's in the stadium, yeah.
We've Michael Bridge as well. We bumped in. He was at the Bricklayers. We bumped into him. He was having a good night.
No context, Tottenham. This is Romero again. Just absolutely smashed.
Another drink in his arm. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Spurs Army, simply incredible. That's another great picture. This picture is just incredible. Just the sheer amount of people.
And it literally goes all the way up and all the way down as well. Like it's crazy. It's crazy how many people were there.
That's a recap of the day. This picture. By Spurs, I think it was.
Oh, what? They put fireworks in the stadium, did they?
Did you not see that?
No, I missed that.
The fireworks went off just after the confetti came out.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I missed that.
You literally recorded it.
Huh?
You recorded it.
I was looking at the confetti. I didn't see the fireworks. And also pyro getting in my eye as well. It was hard.
Richarlison was mad on the pyro yesterday.
Yeah, 100%. Look at Brennan, sneaky. He loves those sneaky little looks to the camera, doesn't he, Brennan? He loves that. Every time we win away from home or something, there's that, those when they come into the tunnel, he does those sneaky looks to the camera.
Yeah,
he loves it.
That's a great picture of Ange. Looks like a model there.
The pride, and also it wasn't. We didn't include it in the. When we showed his speech, because they only showed the last bit, but that beginning bit as well. He said, "I told them, and they all laughed at me. Well, look where we are."
Yeah,
love that, man. This guy, you just know when he gets on the microphone, you're about to just listen to some unbelievable goosebump aura speech.
He's just so great with his words, because even when I was going through all the Ange out stuff last season, and I was quite consistent on saying it. Even I remember saying to you a few times, as much as I want Ange out, every time I hear him speak in the press conference, he just brings it back in. Do you not remember me saying that?
Yeah. And look, it's an important thing. People overlook that, but being able to get people and what makes them tick and understand human being and emotion and being able to, talk like that and communicate effectively. It's something like, managers like, for example, Ten Hag really struggled with, didn't he? He wasn't a good talker at all. And I think he really suffered for that. I mean, a lot of that.
By the way, have you seen?
Has he got it?
Yeah.
Fair play to him. I'm just saying there are managers who that can hold you back a bit. Like you can be very good with tactics and all these things, but if you can't, for specific moments find the right words, that can hold you back sometimes.
True. Next up, proper COYS, Maddison. Madison's lapping it all up yesterday.
Yeah, he was loving it. Absolutely loving Madders.
I don't think I don't know if a doggy was very drunk yesterday. He also was a bit on the periphery.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. There was some players we didn't see too much of. He was one of them. But yeah, Maddison loving it.
And I think Vicario might have been one of them as well. Sheen, Ayudi saying hangover and still serving. Sonny.
Look at that.
This was Sonny's speech, which we went through, and looks like he's about to cry.
Oh, he must be so happy. Honestly, if he just deserves it, he deserves it for all the shit he's had. I'm just so happy for him and the club, and unbelievable.
It's a good one. This video was just mad.
Wow. Look at that. The joy on everyone's face. Oh, we've just never had it this good. It's just something so alien to us. This is what winning feels like. No, go.
The only thing we've witnessed in our lifetime is winning a Carabao Cup, and that just has nothing on this.
We
won the Carabao Cup against Chelsea, and then after the finals, which was it. You know what I mean? Like this is a significant trophy.
Oh, bro, yeah, it's just this is such a new experience for all of us, and just the joy it's given us is just we just want it again. We just want to feel this again because it feels so fucking good.
Yeah. Kulu _ THFC says, I think this is a bit better than top 4.
100%. When you have a day like yesterday, it just makes that conversation stupid. You know what I mean? It really does.
Yeah, it's true. And talking of Kulu, why wasn't he there yesterday?
Yeah, they said in the speech that for some reason, I don't know, they said he was recovering the injury, so he wasn't there. I don't know. Maybe he couldn't stand on the bus for, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, obviously he was there on the final and on the pitch and everything, but yeah, it's difficult. Ange said in the presser he was obviously very disappointed not to be there, but it's going to fuel him to, get back there or something like that. So, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say exactly the reason.
It's mad as well because, I've been dreading Spurs games for so long now, for the last couple of months, just been dreading not the Europa League games, but the league games. And now I'm absolutely buzzing for the game tomorrow. And I know we're going to lose. I know we're going to get bad. I know we're not going to see probably a full strength team or whatever. But the vibes are just so good right now at Spurs. I'm just buzzing to get back there. I really am. Shame it's the last game of the season.
Well, we've got some Champions League games to look forward to and a Super Cup. Come on.
Yeah. Ayudi saying Kuti is killing me, man.
Kuti, he's absolutely so fun. He's a Mason, love that.
Got to remember Ryan Mason as well, how long he's been at this club.
True that.
What it would have meant to him as well.
Unbelievable.
This is the bit that you're talking about. He says, I told them, they laughed. I told them and they didn't believe. But here we are. I'll leave you with this. All the best television series. Season 3 is better than season 2. Holy aura. And yet, look, I'll be the first to admit I was one of the ones that didn't believe, and my belief did start to waver. But I'm fully back now.
And what's it called? I think I've just seen so many comments about Ange in the last 48 hours. Just like the aura of this man. He's like, there's no one who has more aura than him now. They're saying that I always win trophies in my second season is the coldest line of all time now.
I think it is, mate. I think it is.
Literally, it's up there. It's up there with I am the special one.
It's better. Spurs OTM saying Sonny to the fans. Yeah, we've seen that.
And then
Let's watch this one more time.
Season 3 is better than season 2.
And the cheer after, honestly, gets me every time. I've watched that little bit so many times, honestly. I've literally watched it so many times. So good.
Now you see this shirt?
Brilliant.
Apparently that was Jason McGovern of Last Word on Spurs.
Absolutely phenomenal. I need a shirt like that.
Nah, you should get the shirt that says season 3 is better than season 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that for next season.
The Tottenham feed, one of the best clips of the fire. This is back in the final now, so I think we're done.
Another quick note on the reaction. Another good quote from Ange in his press conference today. He was asked after winning that trophy, "Is it better than getting in the top 4?" And he said, "Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see anyone doing any parade for finishing in second place."
Yeah,
little dig at Arsenal. Love that.
What a legend, man. Ange Postecoglou. How could I ever, man? How could I ever? The love I have for this man.
You doubted the man.
How I doubted him. How I doubt him. How I strayed off path.
Oh God, got to fully buy into him. Everyone in, all in on Ange. Come on. Do you think the whole?
Surely no one is Ange out anymore.
I was about to say, do you think the whole tide has turned?
I don't know, because literally, I got a text from Danny Kiriakou a few hours ago. I don't know if you got it as well, but he says, "Quick, you got to jump on this stream now. You got to jump on this stream."
Yeah, I got that. Yeah,
because he was saying like Sava was going in on Ange still, and I'm like, "What are you on about, man?" Honestly. And I've seen Johnny H as well, still not believing in Ange and saying Ange needs to go. But apart from those two, I haven't seen anyone else. Even Stelios is Ange in now.
Stel is Ange in. Who's left? Come on. Only a few converters left. Come on, they're dwindling. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, it's just gone.
And you got to believe in Ange. After he's delivered this, you have to believe in him. There's no other option. There is literally no other option. You cannot experience what we've experienced in the last 48 hours and say Ange out. It's just not possible. It's not possible. He's just given us the best moments of our lives.
And and now when he says something, the players are going to believe it. You know what I mean? That's the reality. That's what's the consequence of him, backing up his words with that trophy and the confidence. If you watch that clip back again, just the confidence he says it with, and he backs up saying that they said, "Oh, so you mean you're confident you're going to win something?" He goes, "Well, is that what I just said?" He literally was double down on it, and he bloody did it. He bloody did it. Oh,
we play the way we want to with Big Ange, blue.
What a man! Oh, what a man! And he's such a. Oh, how can you not love that man? Honestly, wait, I've been watching so many Ange speeches from back in the day, like in the last 4 hours from Australia and whatever.
All in, mate.
I'm back here and just like, I mean, I never left, but like that aura was starting to fade. But like that aura is just like, woof! It's bigger than ever. It's a bit like. He obviously in Australia he's got this aura, right? Because he's the meteoric rise he's had as a manager, first ever Australian manager to do that. Mm-hmm. But like that aura is like reached peak like Ange fever after that win. Really has.
All right, let's get into a couple of super chats before we move on. First of all, we got a new member. I think it's an old member becoming a new member, and Michael Hellman. Big up to you. Welcome back, my friend. He also sends a super chat in saying, "I flew back from Madrid from Bilbao. A group of us Spurs fans streamed the parade from the plane. We were just absolutely glowing. The beers were still flowing. What a feeling. We want more." And you know what? I feel sorry for the Spurs fans that couldn't make it back for the parade yesterday. I know Ryan just got back this evening. He couldn't make it to the parade. So yeah, all the Spurs fans that.
Well, hopefully a Sunday will make up for it if they're there. They're going.
Nothing can make up for missing that parade, man. That parade was something special.
No, it's true, but they're still going to parade the trophy tomorrow, so at least we'll see it. But yeah, true. No, that was just like hope. I was going to say once in a lifetime. Hoping it's not, but as in our lifetime until now, it's once in a lifetime. That's for sure.
Exactly. Lewis Page says, was awesome to meet you both yesterday.
Big up,
awesome.
Lewis. The love we were getting in that parade was phenomenal. What a day. What a day out at the bricklayers.
Yeah, exactly. It was just a day full of love. That's all it was yesterday. Esther El Shamari says that Ange speech was incredible, gave me chills. Come on, you Spurs. And Michael Hellman says Europa League trophy over Bundesliga trophy. Only one can only imagine what Kane is feeling. And yeah, you know what? I've actually spoken about this a couple of times, and I've said that I think I asked you the question, like, if you told Harry Kane before his move in the 2 years with Bayern, you'll win one Bundesliga title in the second season, nothing in the first. And if you stayed at Spurs, and Spurs will win nothing in the first season and win the Europa League in the second, surely he would prefer to stay than do that.
Probably, but I wouldn't say right. I understand what you're saying, and probably Europa League with Tottenham probably means more than that Bundesliga with Bayern for him for sure. But I wouldn't say right now he regrets leaving, because for Bayern, he's still obviously challenging for league titles. He's challenging at the latter stages of Champions Leagues every year. He's going to be doing that every year. Like, he's at such a higher standard team. Like, he probably just feels like more like at his own level. You know what I mean? Even though he's watching us win that trophy, I wouldn't say he's like, oh, I wish I was still there. He's probably happy where he is, I think, at the moment. It's not like we've won a league or something.
No, I get that, and I don't think like he's thinking he made the wrong move, but he's got to be looking at that parade, at like what it means to us. He'll know exactly what it means to us, and he must be looking at the parade in the final and seeing how happy Spurs are at the moment, being like, you know what, there's a part of him that just wishes he's there.
Yeah, true. I agree with that. I do definitely agree with that, because if he could have been part of that team as well, would have been incredible.
Yeah.
Instead, Sonny now a bigger legend than Kane.
100%. There's no even question. I don't think there's a question. Kane, yeah. Kane is definitely a legend. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love Harry Kane. He's a legend, top goal scorer. What he gave this football club can't be questioned. But look, he wanted to leave for the better of his career, and which was fair enough. Like, I'm not going to criticize him for that. But Sonny literally said he wanted to stay just to win the trophy at Spurs, to see what nobody else could do. And in our hardest times under Nuno, he signed that contract and he stayed, and he's just been, he's been rewarded for that now.
And with a big trophy as well. And he's unbelievably, like, in terms of the goals he scored, like Mount and all that. Like, he's in the top 5, I think, in Tottenham's history. So, like, absolutely for me, bigger legend than Kane.
Everyone talks about like players that should be getting like murals and statues outside the stadium, right? Sonny's got to come into the question now with the amount of games, the amount of goals, the amount of assists, and a captain to Europa League winning side as well.
Is he our greatest ever captain now?
I don't know about greatest ever captain, because you've got other captains that have, won more, but he's up there. Yeah,
you've got Danny Blanchflower.
You've got to look at Steve Perryman, you know what I mean? Like Steve Perryman. Like, he would have won more. Like the captains of the 80s, which was basically Steve.
He would have won more, Perryman. But was he a better player for us than Son? You know what I mean?
There's two things, like better player or better captain.
Yeah, true. But if we were just saying,
and obviously,
I guess as a captain, but Son, like, obviously has been captain last 2 years, and then you bring in the fact that, like, the player he has been for us, and now he's got a trophy. Like, you could say he's our greatest ever captain. There's a case for it.
Yeah, but Perryman and Blanchflower were just there at much better eras, won a lot more. I don't think he comes close to them just yet. He needs to win more, in my opinion.
Needs to win more. But I guess, yeah.
But he's definitely greatest in like the modern era, I guess. Since like
are we saying he's above Ledley now?
I think so. Yeah, he is above Ledley. He is.
As the captain.
Ledley captained Carabao Cup winning team. Sonny's captained a Europa League winning team. There's levels to this game.
Wow. These are the conversations we're having now after Wednesday. It's crazy how it just flips with one kick of football. Although all these things we could be talked about.
I think Sonny is the biggest legend of in our Spurs supporting lifetime.
In the Premier League era.
Yeah.
Premier League era.
Yeah, in my opinion. All right, well, we do have a game to talk about tomorrow, by the way. Brighton, in the last game of the season, are going to parade the trophy around at the end of the game. Brighton, Hertzler came out today and said that he's going to give, and the Brighton team are going to give Spurs a guard of honor. And there's going to be legends there that are going to be giving the team a guard of honor as well. And it made me think, like, have we ever seen that before? And my voice just squeaked there. I'm losing it. Have we ever seen that before? Like
a guard of honor for a Europa League?
Yeah, like a guard of honor for another competition. I only remember seeing guard of honors for Premier League title winners.
Well, I think when it comes to these other competitions, it's only been a recent thing, isn't it, that they've been kind of played before the end of the season. So yeah, I think probably that plays into it. So, but still, I'm trying to think like when other teams if anyone's won it before the season ends in England and they've done a guard of honor. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't remember. Can't think of anything. Can't think of anything. Any example.
So we're pioneers once again.
Come on, first ever. So we're getting a guard of honor this season, and Arsenal have had to give a guard of honor. Love it.
You can't make it up, can you? You cannot make it up. But look, credit to Hertzler and Brighton for coming out and saying it.
And also, needs to be said, which we didn't, it hasn't been mentioned, the domino effect of Sonny missing that chance against City. How it has literally led all the way to Arsenal not winning the title that year, us falling to Europa League, meaning that we won the Europa League this season and Arsenal went another season without a trophy. And they had to give a guard of honor. We're getting a guard of honor. We extend our European trophy lead over them. Like that Sonny miss is getting better and better as time. Sonny miss has aged so well. It's like aged extremely well.
You're audible. Oh no! You're audible. Oh no! In the stadium. That's why, Sim. You manifested it.
Honestly, that Sonny miss just gets better and better with each year.
Really does. It's mad. It's mad. Literally stopped Arsenal winning the title and went on to see Spurs winning the Europa League because we would have been playing Champions League football and probably gone out in the league stages. It's just madness.
Yeah.
Absolute madness. But look, here we are as European champions once again, first time since 1984, which is just madness. And